Greetings and welcome to Prog Monster. Today I am in the Prog seat and I'm at my new setup for the meeting for these videos. Today we're doing a top 10 favorite album or favorite songs, top 10 favorite songs of The Who. Now I've done some top 10s in the past. This one was not as hard as some of the other ones. There wasn't as big a collection of songs, I guess is the best way to put it, because The Who doesn't have as many albums as some of these other groups, but the top 20 or so are really close, so it was a bit difficult trying to decide which ones should make the list and which ones shouldn't. Anyways, you just basically go with your favorites currently and how they impacted you in the past. So I like to put on the list what I'm liking a lot right now, and then add in the ones that had great deal of impact on me when I first heard them and throughout my life. The Who is one of those bands too that I knew about early on in my music thing, and I liked a few of their songs, but they weren't a band that I listened to a lot. That didn't come about until my daughter's birth, when I had a lot of time driving around to listen to a lot of the stuff that I had accumulated, and then they became a powerhouse for me and are in my group of 7. And today we're doing a top 10 video of them. So what I'm going to do is I'll give you my top 10 in reverse order, and then I'll do mention some songs that I think deserve to be mentioned and to show some love to, because this is a fantastic band. Yes, they've released a lot of good studio stuff, but I think they're more of a live band, and their live stuff is just top, right up here, top shelf. And that can't always be said about a lot of bands. Some bands are really good studio bands, other bands very good live, but The Who definitely is one of those live band ones. So anyways, we're going to start with my number 10 song, which comes off of their newest album. Came out in 2019, and the song's called "All the Music Must Change." It's the first track on the album. I really like this song. It has that classic Who sound to it. Could have fit on some of their other older albums easily, and people wouldn't have maybe known the difference. The average person wouldn't have, anyways. So to me, it's a great track. On a great album, and the Who still have it. Like Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey still got it. They still know how to make music. They still know how to be a bit of a rebelistic thing on them, and there's some of that on the album, and some of the history of their band on that album as well. So we move up to number 9, which is Bubba O'Reilly. No Who collection would be complete without this song. It's loved by many people, myself included. It's probably the track, I'm going to say it's the track that I've listened to the most of any Who song that have been released. It's a great, I love the keyboard part. I just loved everything about the song. I love Daltrey's voice in this as well. So we move up to number 8, which comes off the Who Are You album, which is Sister Disco. I know that some members of the band have gotten kind of tired of playing this song, but it is a fantastic beat. I really like this song. I liked it right away. I still like it. It's, in a way, it's a bit unusual. Usually the first tracks on the album that I like fade with me fairly quickly and are replaced by the more deeper tracks, and you don't get that kind of longevity with them. But in this particular case, this song is different in that way, and the Who in general are different in that way. Most groups have their hits and they have their deep cuts, and I tend to not really like their hits after a while and be more interested in the deep cuts. But the Who, to me, they're all one lump of songs. There's ones that are more famous, ones that are less famous, but they all go together, and I don't really distinguish them with this group. Okay, the number 7 song comes off the most recent album as well, Beads on a String. The story about war and that in it is just, for some reason it touched me in a certain way, and the song is just it's just really good. It's a classic type Who song, and right now it's probably the song I'm listening to the most. So I included it on my top 10 list because it's having such an impact on me now. And for me, that's what makes something your favorite song versus something that maybe isn't your favorite song, is how it impacts you at the moment, right? Okay, then we get to number 6, which is a older Who song from the 60s, somewhat reminiscent of some of the Kink stuff, which is I Can't Explain. I really like this song. It's just a rockin' song. There's nothing more can be said about it. It was one of the first songs to have an impact from the Who with me, and it still resonates all these years later. The number 5 song, Who Are You? I can't really get past that Who are you? Who? I still, for some reason, that still bristles the hair on me. It still moves me in a way that I can't explain, and I'm not really sure why. It's nothing unusual or that, but I really like that noise that they make with that, and that song always, as soon as it comes on the radio, I turn it up. I know I don't listen to the radio much anymore either, but when I do and I hear that song, I just turn it up. The next one is a more deeper track, and the next one I also like live. The live version is better than the studio version, and that's A Quick One While He's Away. While he's away. It's kind of a mini story about the driver and about the kind of things that happen between people. Great tune, and live it's like just fantastic. Pete is this kind of funny on some of the live videos I have of him doing this song. The next one up is number 3, which is Won't Get Fooled Again from the Who's Next album, which may be their best album. This song is a rock classic. It's got all the elements of the Who in it. It's great live. The drums on here are notable for their catchy beat, and Keith Moon's full force in front here. Pete Townshend's legendary jump across the stage is on this. It's just every element that you could think of that you think of as the Who, it's on this song. So, and the first time I actually heard this was on Much Music when they were doing a air guitar and air drum special where they had a bunch of kids playing this song that they'd set up, and they were pretending to play instruments and stuff. I just for some reason that is always stuck in my mind, and it was this song they played. Number 2 is a longtime favorite of mine, Happy Jack. I love this tune. I sing it all the time. It's a really catchy beat. That dun 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 dun. It is so British sounding too, right? Like you just know it's not something that a lot of North American people would know, but the song itself is very catchy. Okay, we come to our number 1 song. I suppose the top 3 or 4 could have switched at any point in time. I debated on whether this one or Happy Jack should go first today because that's how I feel about it today. But this song has always had its kind of vocal. I think Roger Daltrey's at his vocal best on this song. It's a song I sing a lot when I'm in the shower. I always have. It's always been part of that shower music scene with me, and that's Behind Blue Eyes. It also comes from the Who's Next album. Great tune. And there you have it. My top 10 favorite Who songs for today anyways. And I'm just going to redo them. So coming in number 1, Behind Blue Eyes. Number 2, Happy Jack. Number 3, Won't Get Fooled Again. Number 4, A Quick One While He's Away. Number 5, Who Are You? Number 6, I Can't Explain. Number 7, Beads on a String. Number 8, Sister Disco. Number 9, Baba O'Reilly. And number 10, All That Music Must Change. And then there are some of the honorable mentions now, songs from like from most of their classic Who collection, and a couple from the more modern era. And that's Bargain. I really love this song. It's a deep cut. I don't think it's as deep as I originally thought. A lot of people do kind of know this song a bit. Detour, which is off of the new album. Another great track on that album. Heaven and Hell, classic. I just remember John Entwistle on the bass on this. Fantastic. The Holy Trinity, which was on their Endless Wire album, was my favorite track on that album. I still listen to it quite a bit. I actually like the whole album. Not as much as the new one, but I do like it, and I really like that particular song a lot. Pictures of Lily. Here's a song that came to be prominent with me because I used to go to this particular church on a Saturday evening, and there was a lady there named Lily who, for some reason, I think she would have been a good poster for this song. And so from that, every time I hear this song, I think of that time period. You know, that's how music works for me. It's, you know, the best stuff reminds me of stuff that makes me happy. The Seeker, another great tune. Dreaming from the Waste. This song should have been a classic radio staple, but for some reason it never made. Great tune though. However Much I Booze, same album, same type of thing, you know. And the last one will be Guitar and a Pen, which I always like the kind of quick, bouncy, hammering beat there with between the drums and the guitar. Another fantastic song. So there you have it. There's my favorite songs by The Who, a legendary band, a great rock band. I think for a lot of people who like classic rock, The Who is definitely a band that's in their top something or other. And The Who makes that for me. And so there you have it. So that was my top 10 for today. This week we'll be doing some look backs. I'm not quite sure of what top 10 I'm doing yet. I may do a top 10. I may do some kind of other video, but I think the top 10 will probably be the one I do. I'm not sure who yet. I'll know as I go along. And if you like this video, please give me a like in the bottom, and if you have a comment about what I've had to say, or if you want to give me your top 10, that would be great too. I'd love to hear that, because that's what this is all about, just talking music. You know, we can talk and keep this stuff alive and maybe pass it on to people who may have not experienced it yet. And also, if you want me to do more of this kind of content, then please subscribe, and I will definitely review everything and do what I can. Anyways, from Murph, this is Prog Monster. You have a great day.